Hey friends, this is Shana with Frame and Contain It, and tonight you are watching me on the amazing Kelly Munson's page, The Sugar Shack. I am so honored to be a part or as a guest tonight on her page, teaching you my most favorite method of all, starting your seeds, your garden seeds. How many of you love to start your garden seeds but don't know where to start? All right, so hello friends, as you guys come on, be sure and say hello. And as we say at our page, be sure and spread those seeds, y'all. Spread those seeds for Miss Kelly. She would really appreciate it, and especially those hearts. We love those hearts. And hello, Miss Dixie. Hello, Tamala. Hello, Robin. Y'all, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and where I'm from, and then we're going to get started on this amazing method of starting your seeds, okay? Like I said, I am Shana with Frame It and Contain It. We live in Northwest Arkansas in a little bitty town called Kingston. We just moved here not too long ago, and we love it. We live in a little 2-bedroom farmhouse. It's about 90 years old. We love to try to grow a lot of our own veggies. We love to do a lot of the old home stuff, but we also love to craft, y'all. So if you come to my page, you will find all kinds of stuff. Hello, Pam. Hey, Lori. How are y'all? Thank you guys for coming on. But you will find crafting. You will find gardening. You will find a little bit of everything. So we like to have fun over on our page. But here lately, it's not been as much because my husband just had open heart surgery. So it's been a little bit of absence on there in the last week or two, but we're getting back in the groove, and I sure appreciate Kelly letting me come on tonight to share one of my most favorite things I'm passionate about, and it is called the milk jug method. So hi, Dixie. You guys tell me where you are from. Hi, Mare. I see my friend. She's a framer. We call each other framers over on my page. We have another group, private group, that's just for you guys. It's called Shana's Framers, to where you can post what you like. So I see one of my framers on here tonight. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Leanne. How are you? From North Carolina. Hello, Miss Vicki. Hello, everybody. Well, let me tell you, how many of you have gotten all kinds of recipes from Kelly's page? Let me tell you, I love watching Kelly because she comes up with some good, solid home cooking recipes that we will actually cook, right? So I am excited. I'm going to try to order her cookbook. So you guys don't forget to be sure to order her cookbook, all right? So hello, Michelle. Hello, Tanya. Hey, Wally. But anyway, so let's get started. I'm going to try to show you a new method. Hey, Dixie from Pennsylvania. New method on how to start your seeds to where you will not have to worry about starting them indoors. You don't have to worry about getting grow lights or any of that stuff that is something that requires a lot of your time, maintenance, and money. I am all about saving money and try to do things that's less expensive, but get the same results, okay? Hello, Lori. Hello, Cindy. So what you can start doing is saving your milk jugs. I start saving mine, probably in the fall. In the fall, I have my neighbors save them. I have everybody sees. Leanne, I am at Frame It and Contain It by Shana. And the description is a link to my page if you'd like to look at it for it. I have everybody saying you can use Coke bottles. As long as the sunshine can get in, you can grow a seedling into it, okay? You can do it. Hello, you're from Arkansas? Yay, Lisa. What part? You'll have to tell me. But the gallon jugs is one of my favorites, but I have lots of Coke bottles out there. Let me tell you. There's not Kelly. She's yeah. Kelly's not. Kelly was just on a few minutes ago, but I think she's coming back on after me to do her dinner for tonight. I think she's going to do some pot roast from Easter. But anyway, so save your milk jugs, okay? Just have everybody in the family save your milk jugs. It doesn't have to be milk jugs. It could be water jugs, okay? You can go to recycling and get water jugs. I don't really want to get somebody else's nasty milk jugs, but I will get somebody else's water jugs because then it wouldn't be nasty. So make sure when you save them, you get rid of the lid and you clean them out real good. And then just hold them back. I usually, thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you for spreading those seeds, girl. I like to start my seeds usually around February, and I'll tell you which ones I start. I usually start my cool season and cold hardy annuals, perennials, and vegetables, okay? And hey, Sonia, We still have several feet of snow. Oh, you can still do it, girlfriend. Mine will be covered in snow, and they will still be thriving in it. I will promise you, you will. But anyway, I start some of mine in February, okay? And I usually start like my cabbage, my broccoli, I'm trying to think, anything that's a cool season veggie, or even cold hardy herbs. I started cilantro even, and it's thriving in my milk jug like crazy. I started it in February. Hey, Connie. And so, what else did I start? I'm a little behind because of my husband's surgery, so I'm trying to play catch up a little bit. Hi, Patricia. Hey, Deborah. So, but cool season veggies, cool season annual flowers like snapdragons, pansies, lisianthus, anything that can take the cool weather and that can handle germinating in cooler temperatures. And then perennials. Some perennials require some cold hardiness anyway. Some of the seeds for some perennials and herbs like lavender and stuff need what they call stratification. And you're like, what the heck does stratification mean, right? Stratification means is those seeds need a cold spell before they will actually germinate. Look on the back of your seed packets, and they will tell you whether that is required or not. If you don't get it in during the cold season, put them in the refrigerator or the freezer and let them get that cold time. Okay. So those is what I usually start in February. March, I start doing a little bit of my a little bit warmer stuff. Let's say that takes a little bit longer. I started some herbs, like a little bit hotter herbs. I started actually some more perennials. And then I started a few tomatoes, not a lot. And then here in April, I'm going to hit my tomatoes really hard, okay? So that's kind of my schedule with my milk jugs. Not everybody does the same. Some people go ahead and do everything in February because you know what? It's all going to come up when it's supposed to. If, for example, you have a compost pile and you throw some old tomatoes out there, what's going to happen? The seeds are going out there, right? Hi, Shelly. How are you? And I hope I'm not boring everybody just yet because we're going to get to the nitty-gritty. Stick with me, y'all. Stick with me. You're going to love this, okay? If you throw a tomato outside in the compost, you think those seeds are going to germinate when it's cold? No. They're going to germinate when they're supposed to. When that ground or that air temperature gets warm enough, they're going to start germinating. So that's what's going to happen in the milk jug. You're taking the place of nature, basically, and putting it in a milk jug. And this is what your mini greenhouse is. It's going to create heat, condensation, and it's going to germinate. Okay? All right. There's all your big spill of the schedule, all the kind of the boring stuff, but yet it's stuff that's very important to know. Hey, Denise. Hey, Martha. Hello, everybody. Anyway. So this is your milk jugs. I'm going to show you what the outcome is going to look like, and then hopefully you will stick with me, okay? I started this one in February, okay? I started some cilantro in February, like this. Here's some cilantro. I have a half-gallon milk jug. I didn't need a ton of it, but yeah, a ton of it still came up because I want to divide it and put it in smaller, and divide it into individual pots, right? So what I do is I'm taking I've already taken it off, but I'm going to show you. Take my duct tape off. Look at it. Is that not gorgeous? Holy moly, share this out. Sprinkle it, spread the seeds if you think other people need to know this method too. Y'all, look at that. Look at that cilantro. It is ready to be divided. It is beautiful. And it's been outside in the milk jug since February. Since February, y'all. February. Can you believe that? I started those seeds in February, okay? So this is what we're going after. So if you want to learn this, stick with us, all right? All right, here we go. So here's your milk jug. You're going to need a milk jug, and you're going to need some seeds, obviously, whatever you're going to use. You know, there's oregano. I've got some, I got more. Isn't it look pretty, Mary? You've seen that before. There's rosemary. There's Shasta daisies. There's some lupins, there's chives, there's tomatoes, there's basil. Oh my goodness, don't go buy any basil, y'all. Basil is so easy to start. Thank you guys for the hearts. I appreciate that. So easy to start, y'all. So easy to start basil. Because one plant of basil costs you, what, $4 a piece? Go buy a $2 pack of basil and you'll have about 100 of them. For $2, you can have 100 plants. Oh my gosh, you guys do the math. Look how much money you can save. Look how much money you can save. And basil is amazing to use in the garden as a pest item. I put basil in between each of my tomato plants, and I use it, I dry it, and I use it as a companion plant for pests. So for $2, you can get 100 plants versus $200. Who can spend $200 on basil anyway, right? Okay, so you're going to need milk jug seeds. You're going to need a pair of scissors. And you're going to need some duct tape. And then you're going to need some potting soil that's pre-moistened. What I mean by pre-moistened, it's just wet. Not saturated, but just wet, okay? Just potting soil is all you need. It doesn't have to be special, just as long as it's a loose potting soil, okay? All right. This is also an amazing thing to get your kids involved. Get your grandkids involved. So this will be kind of like a way to get your, if you love to cook like Kelly does, grow your own herbs, grow your own tomatoes, grow your own food, y'all, and then you can cook up a storm. All right, so what I do first thing is I throw the top away. You do not need that top, all right? Hey, Krista. Hey, Melon. How are y'all? But I'm going to have to label this first. So I get a label, a piece of tape, just like that, and I want to label it first. And if you're letting your grandkids, let me see if I can tilt you down. If you're letting your kids or grandkids, let them decorate and have fun with this. Get some Sharpies, let them draw flowers on it, let them put stickers all over it. Just let them have fun with it, okay? You got all your herbs started, Krista? Oh, cool. That's awesome. And so what I'm going to probably start tonight is, let's see, what are we going to start tonight? Should we start some calendula? Or, let's see. Or should I start a lupin? What do y'all think? Somebody tell me in the comments, should we start lupins or calendula? Calendula actually has got a really good medicinal use too. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Diane. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all. So put in the comments, lupin or calendula. Oh, or it could be a vegetable if you'd rather have a vegetable. We could do that. Hello, Miss Becky. Hey, Nancy. How are y'all? As you guys coming on, I'm Shana with Frame and Contain It. I'm a guest here on Miss Kelly's page. And I'm going to show you guys how to start your seeds. Easy peasy and very low cost. Hey, Linda. Hello, everybody. All right. I'm looking for comments. I'm looking to see. Both are, I know they're gorgeous. Lupins are amazing. But you go and buy one plant of lupin, it's going to cost you $6 to $8 for 1 gallon. Robin says a vegetable. Okay, we're going to get rid of the flowers. We're going to go for a vegetable. She was the first one I saw. Okay, Robin, what do you think? Should we go for a tomato? Let's go for, hi, Miss Trudy. How are you? Okay, let's go for a vegetable. Let's go for, okay. Oh, Kathy says a lupin. Well, let me show you a trick. If you wanted to do one of each, let me show you how you could do that. If you only want a little bit, they grow wild where I live. They do. Cherry tomato. Oh my goodness, yes, a cherry tomato. I don't have any here close to me, but let's see what else we got. I got a tomato. I've even got a yellow, where's my yellow tomato? How many of you ever eat yellow tomato? Snapdragons, oh my gosh. If you love snapdragons, Mary, look for the Madam Butterfly Snapdragon. They are the best cut flower snapdragon there is. Where is it at? Where did I just have that tomato? Hey, Miss Sue. There's a pepper. Oh, here it is. Here's a gold medal. It's like a yellow tomato. It's kind of an orangey color. These right here are amazing. They taste so good. If you can get the thought out of your head that it's not red and just close your eyes and taste it, oh my gosh, it tastes so amazing. And I'm an affiliate of what they call My Gardener. He is a really good good heirloom seeds. And everything in his place is heirloom seeds. So if you decide that you want to go to My Gardener, you can use my code FRAMEIT10 and you can get a discount on them. And if you use $12 or more, you can also get free shipping. Pretty cool. All right, so let's just do this crazy old beefsteak. Yes, they have last season. All right, let's just go with, let's go with the yellow. Let's go with the yellow. We'll go with the yellow in My Gardener. All right, so we're going to go. We figured our seed out. So we're going to have to put our label on there. Hey, Miss Sue, how are you? You love yellow tomatoes. Oh, Karen, I'm so glad to hear that other people love yellow tomatoes. I thought I was the only one. All right, so we're going to put gold medal. Gold medal. Just like that. And I'm going to put the date. Today is what? Is it 12 or 11? Oh my goodness, I can't remember. I think it's 11. 2030. Okay? So I know what day that I sowed these seeds. What day, and I can get an idea of how long it's going to take. Okay? All right, so now what you're going to do, you've got your label on. And I also like to put a label inside, and we'll do that here in a minute. Now we're going to put drain holes. Try to do the drain holes first before you cut the rest of it, okay? Oh, I do too, Sandra. I love yellow tomatoes. All right, do your drain holes first, okay, y'all? Oh, is it the 12th, Robin? Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, I'm one day off. I use a pair of scissors. You can use a hot glue gun to put holes in there if you want to. Do whatever is easiest for you. You know, everybody has different strengths in their hands and arms. Do what's easy for you. And this may be what you need to do instead of your grandkids do, okay? So just put a hole down in there. Hey, Miss Becky, how are you, my friend? Ah, you have to blow it up every now and then. Oh, poppies. Yes, poppies are so... Yes, I love poppies. Those are so pretty. Come on. This one's going to be contrary on me. I like to put several holes in there. And then I even like to come back. Hey, Miss Lynn. Hey, Gwen. And put some on the sides. Just in case we need a little bit of drainage on the side. Hey, Miss April. How are you? Hey, Miss Lynn. Y'all, we're not cooking just yet, but she will be afterwards. I promise. Okay? All right, we're cooking up some seeds. All right, so now we got that. We got our drain holes in. We got our label in. Hey, Miss Candy. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create the opening of your greenhouse, okay? What are we making, Miss Sherry? We're showing you how to start your own garden seeds so then you can cook your own food, grow your own food to cook. And this is what we're after. So if you want to stick around, you're going to learn a really cool, easy, reasonable technique, okay? So we're going to start right here on the other side of the handle. See where the handle is? We don't want to cut the handle off. We want to start it about right here, okay? So I usually take my scissors, make a hole, and I just start cutting, just like this. Hey, Miss Shirley. Hey, Deborah. And you want to make sure there's at least 3 to 4 inches of a bottom so that you have plenty of room for your soil. So we're going to cut all the way around. Hey, Jalen, how are you? But we're going to cut and we're going to stop right there before we get to the handle. Okay? Just like that. Really need to see. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Leanne. And now you've created a mouth. Wah, 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 right? Sorry, I'm goofy. I'm a goofy like that. So now what you have is you got your opening for your greenhouse. And you just kind of bend it up a little bit. Just bend it up, just like that. And now you have where you're going to put your soil. Hi, Marie. How are you, girl? Come on in. All right. So now what you can, we got our label. We picked our seed out. For those of you coming on, we're doing a yellow tomato. It's a gold medal yellow tomato. You too, Sherry. Move these out of the way. Now we're going to need our pre-moistened potting soil, y'all. Pre-moistened potting soil. It's so much easier if you will moisten your soil first before you put your seeds on. Because if you put dry soil, you put your seeds on, and then you go to water it, what's going to happen to your seeds? They're just going to float right over. They're just going to float right out of there, and then boom, you've lost all your seeds. Hello, Miss Carol. You like this? Oh, I love it too. It's such a fun idea. And my kids loved doing it when they were little. Now that they're older, nah. But anyway, I'm taking my pre-moistened soil that I got in my bucket. I'm going to kind of scoop it around, y'all. Hello, Denise. How are you, my friend? Come on in. Hey, Miss Judy. I'm going to put it inside here. It doesn't have to be a seedling type soil. Just a good, loose potting soil. You don't want anything that's going to be real heavy that your roots can't get started in. Okay? So I can't stress again how important it is for it to be pre-moistened. Not saturated, just pre-moistened. Okay, so we're going to put them in our cup, in our milk jug here. Hey, Miss Linda. Hey, Miss Kimberly. How are you today, girl? All right. Almost getting there, girl. Can I still use potting soil that has gone dry in the bag? Oh, yes, because you're gonna put it in a bucket and you're gonna just pour water over it, okay? And you're just gonna put enough water in it and just keep mixing it until it's completely not saturated but moist all the way through. So yes, because mine started off really dry, okay? There you go. Hey, Monica. Hey, Cynthia. And that's another thing I was going to tell you guys. If you come over and join our page at Frame It and Contain It, on Thursday nights, we have what we call Garden Q&A night at 7:30 on Thursday nights, y'all. You can bring me your garden questions. We talk about a certain topic usually that's going on during that season that I try to share with everybody. And there we go. I think we're good. And then sometimes we talk about oils, if you like oils. You know, we use Young Living oils and what they're good for. And we just have a good old time, really, to be honest with you. It's one of my favorite nights of the week. Sometimes we might craft. We might do a garden craft. Sometimes I might pot some plants up. You just don't ever know what we're going to do that night. So, but I'm glad the weather is so... Do you grow cucumbers? You know, there are some seeds that I sow directly in the ground, and cucumbers are one of those. To me, it's so much easier to grow cucumbers, and they seem to do better if you just direct sow them, to me. I direct sow several things, like she said, cucumbers, my squash, my beans, corn, trying to think what else. So there's several things, and there's even flowers that I direct sow. Some of them I direct sow. Some of my sunflowers, I have a few that I start early, and so there's several things I direct sow. I don't do everything in my containers and my milk jugs, but I do some things. I several things that is easier to start without starting it in the ground. Peppers, I definitely do them in the milk jug. Okay, I definitely like to do them in the milk jug. All right, so I'm going to try to wipe my hands off here a little bit. If you guys have any questions real quick while I'm wiping my hands off, just shoot them out there. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Just put them out there. I'm going to get in trouble with FB there. You know it? Hey, Miss Colleen, how are you, girl? So, one thing we love to do in our page, I told you that we love to craft. Well, we love to craft with some of the things that we grow, okay? I'm going to kind of, I'm getting a little squirrel here. We love to grow flowers that are easy to harvest and dry. Hey, Vivian. We have a famous one that we call an old-fashioned granny coxcomb that we grow here at Frame It and Contain It. We grow sunflowers, and we love to take those two items and dry them. This year, I'm going to try some Sweet Annie. How many of you have ever used Sweet Annie in some of your crafting? If you love antique or primitive stuff, that is amazing, okay? And when we get done here, I'm going to show you some of the things that we craft with some of our dried flowers, okay? So let's get with our milk jug. We don't want to get off track. All right, so we got our label, we got our greenhouse, we got our moist soil. Now we're going to put our tomatoes in here. You want to start flower gardens? Oh, Karen, I'm so glad you're here then. I'm so glad. All right, so I'm going to get my tomatoes here. And what I try to do, I think, do I want a bunch of this variety, or do I want, oh, you're good, you're good. Do I want a bunch of this variety, or and divide it as when they get big and full, like the cilantro? Or do I want to be able to leave it in here for a long time until it's time to transplant it? Queen Anne's lace. Well, Queen Anne's lace, is that the same thing as Sweet Annie? I think it is. I think there is a difference. But Queen Anne's lace, it's an herb. Yes, Sweet Annie is an herb. You're right. But I think it is the same thing as Queen Anne's. I need to look that up. I'm glad you said that. You love coxcombs too? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a really neat item to craft with. But anyway, we'll get on that in a minute. So, I don't need a zillion yellow tomatoes, right, y'all? I don't. I need more red than I do yellow. So what I'm going to probably do is 5. Okay? You can do 25 if you want to in here, and then later divide them and put them in smaller pots. You can just get them started. But I want to be able to do 5. And then I want them to be able to grow quite a bit and then be able to plant them directly into the garden from here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pencil. I think it is different, Sandra, but I need to double check that. I'm going to take a pencil. I'm going to just barely, because you only need about just a small little hole. And I'm going to do it like a 5 dots, 5 little holes there. And just in case, I'm going to put 2 in each cell. So I may end up with 10, and if that's okay, I can thin them out or share them with my friend, okay? Be good next year if you don't use them all. Yes, you sure can. If you will store them in a dry place, like an envelope, somewhere where it's cool and dry, they will be just fine. They'll be just fine, okay? All right, come on, where are you, seeds? I just got a few left of these. All right, so these are pretty teeny tiny. Pretty teeny tiny, okay? I'm going to put 1 there, 1 here, 1 there, 1 there. I'm going to put 1 in each one to make sure I have enough. And then I'm going to go back and put a second one, okay? Now, if I wanted a bunch, I would probably just broadcast them over it. And then add a little second layer of soil, just a tiny bit of them. And then I'm going to have a ton of them in here, like I do my cilantro. But since I only want 5, I just made 5 individual holes, okay? So you could do it where you have a whole bunch, or you could do it with just 5. I need a couple more seeds. Hey, Stacy, how are you, girl? I just got a couple left. Come on, burgers. Where are you at? Oh, here's one right here on the floor. Right there. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fingers, I'm going to pinch them close. Pinch them close just like that. Okay, I'm going to tap it down. And then what I love to do, no matter if I'm planting underneath or if I'm planting a whole bunch, I take a little bit of my spray bottle. And I just kind of give them a little more moisture on top. That helps to get that condensation going whenever you close this up. Hey, Don. Hey, Alice. Okay? Just like that. And then what I usually like to do, I don't have one here in front of me, but I like to put a little craft stick and put the name on it inside here, because sometimes the sun will fade your duct tape. So if you want, also put another tag inside so that if this one does fade, then you have a second one. Okay? So, but I forgot to grab that. Now you're going to get your duct tape out. Hello there, was it Shelly? Hi, Ingrid. All right, I'll take off a little bit at a time. See how easy this is, y'all? It's so easy and it's so reasonable. It's a great way to recycle also. You can use this as a recycling lesson with your kiddos. I'm going to start over here on this side. Hey, Katie. I'm going to bend this because I've bent it a little bit. Bend it down a little bit. All right. Now I'm just going to duct tape it shut. Easy peasy. And of course, my duct tape wants to buckle up on me, y'all. Just grabbing. I'm going to have to do a second layer on this one. I can't see what I'm doing. Holy moly. Is that not just a mess right there? Hey, Miss Cindy, how are you? All right, let me get another piece. We'll go around and then we'll come back over to that one. Hi, Beverly, how are you? All right, so let me do this where I can see it this time. come over here and hold it down. I'm going to come back and put another one over here. And it doesn't bother these at all to put these outside. Don't start them inside. Start them outside, okay? This is for outside. You don't need any grow lights. You don't need any heat mats or any of that stuff, okay? And there you have your very own greenhouse. Remember, no lid. That's your vent hole. That's where they vent. That's where the aeration occurs, okay? So then I will stick this outside. You can put on the north side. I like to put stuff kind of on the north or east side of the house. That way, if it gets really hot, that they don't get too hot and cook, okay? Hello. And if you're doing a bunch of these, make sure that you put something around them so that the wind doesn't blow them over, because it's no fun to have these beautiful seeds come up and then they fall over, and then some of the roots get exposed, and then you may lose them. So put some rocks around them, put some bricks around them, put something, and also it'll help keep your dogs from tumbling them over too, okay? Oh, you're in New England? Yes, definitely start these. I mean, like I said, I started this one right here. I started in February, and look how gorgeous this is. Right now, I have got some Sweet William that's coming up in my jugs. I did my spinach this way, which now I took the lid off and I'm trying to eat it now. And I've actually transplanted some in another pot. I love to do container gardening as well as in the ground gardening, okay? So I try to do things that teach people how to grow in containers. So I've also got onions in containers growing. So you could even start your own onion seeds if you wanted to this way. It's really a lot of fun, y'all. We've got snapdragons growing. We've got, what else do we have? We've got some tomatoes. Oh, I checked my coxcomb. My first round of coxcomb is up today. I'm so excited over that. And I'm going to show you what a coxcomb looks like in just a minute. Hello, Kathleen. Oh, you can't wait, girl. And if you guys do this method, be sure and post it on my page and on Miss Kelly's page. And this is a great way to grow your own food, because groceries are expensive. How many of you went and bought a tomato lately, or a head of lettuce, or you can start your lettuce right now. Oh, yes. Head of lettuce, or even cauliflower. Cauliflower is what, $3 a head or more? Peppers. Grow your own food, okay? If you want to grow tomatoes in a container, let me give you a big, big secret to be successful. 1, get you a good sized container. 2, get you a good mix of soil. I use 1 part topsoil, 1 part manure or compost, 1 part peat moss. Then the other one is use patio tomato, okay? Yeah, your duct tape is for everything, right? Patio tomato will be so successful in a container, okay? And I can give you a whole lesson on why on that. But let me just tell you right off the bat, don't go and buy Better Boy, beefsteak, all those things are going to get really big on you. Get a patio tomato, because those are the best tomatoes to grow in a container, okay? And you will see why when you grow them, I promise you. All right, so look at this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be able to either leave these in here until I'm ready to put them in the garden, or if I want to, I can take these out, divide them, and put them in small containers and let them grow a little bit bigger. And that's probably what I'm going to do, because I have a zillion of them in here. So, but they're so easy, easy, okay? Now let's go over a little bit of maintenance, and then I'm going to show you our flowers, some of our dried flowers. As far as maintenance on this, since the soil is so damp, you're not going to have to water it a whole lot, especially if you start it in the February and March, okay? Because it doesn't get real hot in those months. But as our temperatures are going and getting hotter, especially in Louisiana where Kelly's at, I bet it's really hot down there right now. You might have a little bit of dry spell. If you do, you can take your spray bottle and just spritz it really, really heavy, okay? Spritz it really, really heavy. You don't want this to completely dry out, okay? So just give them a good spritz every now and then. You know, don't keep them saturated, okay? What kind of manure? You can use cow manure. You can use any type of good organic compost. That's what I use, okay? I do add a fertilizer that's called Biotone fertilizer and Epsom salt too, okay? That's what I put in everything that I grow once I plant it for the season. Epsom salt and biotone, or it's called plant tone, garden tone. You find it at Lowe's a lot of times. Those two ingredients are my favorite things to plant with, okay? All right, so go and start your own greenhouse, y'all, and spend $2 on a packet of seeds. And just start small. Start small, because I promise you next year you will want to do this. You will want to do this, and because you will be able to grow your own food and save you a lot of money, okay? Because like I said, on the basil, I love basil, and I love to use it in the garden as a companion plant, but I'm not going to pay $4 a plant. I can't afford that. Nobody can afford that, and I like to have a bunch of it. So for $2, I can start my own basil and have 100 if I want to. Oh, chicken poop. Yes, your chicken poop, if you needs to be really, really composted. It does not need to be hot, okay? And I will tell you, the biotone has a lot of the poultry organic material in it too, okay? So, but make sure if you use chicken manure from somebody's chicken house, whatever, that it has been seasoned at least a year or longer, okay? Where, let me see. Will there be seeds in the manure? Just talk to your farmer and see, you know, if they've been composted for a long, long time, you probably won't have as many that way. Epsom salt and water. Yeah, you can do that, Leanne. You can add Epsom salt and water, especially to something that's already existing, like your ferns and stuff. I definitely water those in with, but make sure that your plant or your root system has got water in the roots, because, you know, anytime you fertilize anything with liquid or top dress, that you want to make sure the roots have got moisture in them, or you can burn it, okay? Depends on what you feed the chickens. That's right, yeah. And, you know, it depends on, you know, if you have a lot of straw, if your straw has got a lot of seeds in it, so, you know, where your chicken has been at, where you're cleaning your chicken coop out. So, you know, just try it and see. Try it and see. But, all right, let me show you real quick on some of the flowers that we dry and we harvest out of our own garden and that we've crafted with. Because we love to grow our own food, but we also love to grow our own flowers to craft with, okay? So not only do we eat what we grow, but we craft with what we grow. That's my motto, y'all. All right, so I told you about the coxcomb, and I told you that we do sunflowers, right? And looky here. Look at our coxcomb. Doesn't that look beautiful? It looks brand new right out of the garden, doesn't it? This is the old-fashioned granny coxcomb. And what we've done is we've decorated a clay pot, just right here. We've decorated a clay pot and we've inserted a coxcomb, and then one of our sunflower pods. This is our teddy sunflower. Oh my gosh, if you guys want to grow an amazing sunflower, go and get the teddy bear sunflower. Look it up. It's an amazing sunflower. But it's beautiful, but it's also beautiful just as pods. Look at all these seeds in this pod. So isn't that, and then we just added some homespun ribbon and some twine, and voila. Isn't that adorable? Wouldn't that be cute as a gift? It's just a dried item, and this will stay. This is over a year old. This coxcomb is, okay? You got those seeds. I know you do. Do you sell the house coxcomb? I knew somebody was going to ask it. I almost didn't want to show the coxcomb. I do sell the coxcomb seeds, okay? If you will go, whenever, start looking on my page, or I will maybe let Kelly post it. When I get my PayPal link for it, I will post it, okay? Because I was getting so many individual orders for it that I couldn't do individual invoices. So I need to create a link for it. So give me a couple times, because these come up really fast. You've got plenty of time. And they're amazing. They're an amazing plant. I just love them. They just look so velvety and soft. They're just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay? And then let me show you what else we did. Okay? We took the same thing, the coxcombs and the sunflowers. And I love vintage stuff. And I love to stencil. So I found an old minnow bucket. I think it's a minnow bucket is what we decided. Out of my husband, James's aunt's garage. And look what we did. We stenciled the bottom of it. And then we made, it has a lid to it, right? And then we decorated the lid for it, and it still comes off. We decorated the lid, and we put a little clay pot upside down as a little dowel. And then we added the coxcomb, and then we added some homespun ribbon. Oh, and down, I think down inside is a mason jar ring. That's what it is, a mason jar ring, and that we just tied the ribbon onto. Kind of like a sunflower look. But isn't that cute? Isn't that adorable what you can do with what you grow? If you go and buy these dried flowers, they would be expensive. They would, you know, so not only eat what you would do grow to save money, but craft with what you grow to save money in addition to your crafting. Because then you can go and spend it on other craft supplies, right? So then look, now we have our own little bucket. Isn't that adorable? And I just found this in the garage, in James's aunt's garage. So it didn't cost me anything either. So it's just so cute, so cute. And so I like to store things in there, like, you know, antique stuff in there. Hey there, Peach, how are you, girlfriend? So anyway, I love doing this stuff kind of like this. So it's so much fun, y'all. So much fun. Hey, Miss Cindy. Hello, everybody. So, gosh, y'all, we did this awful quick. It's only not even 7 o'clock yet. Maybe I'm talking too much. Hey, Shonda. Hey, I'm going to let you guys, Marigold's good for tomato worms. Oh, yes. Anybody have any questions while we're on here? Hey, Miss Gwen, how are you? Hey, Kay. But like I said, if you do have any questions and I don't see them tonight, you can come over on Thursday, which is tomorrow. Oh, yes, you too, Miss Brenda. Good evening to you. You can come over to our garden Q&A at 7:30, okay? Which Miss Kelly may be cooking, so you go to Miss Kelly first, and then you can come over and say hi. Hey, Mary, I'm so glad you came, girl. Thank you, thank you. I'll be on our page a little bit later, okay? I had to come share this. You know how much I love to do this. Share it on Miss Kelly's page. You ever heard of Rosy Finch and Orange Hatch-Dwarf tomato? No, I haven't. Is it an heirloom tomato? Wow. That is quite a name for a tomato. Hello from Pennsylvania. Oh, it's so much fun, isn't it, Kelly? It is. I am too. The hummingbirds, I know. I've got to get mine out of the shed. I need to get mine out and hung up because I heard they were in the area. Hi, Patricia. Come on in, girlfriend. So, is it too late to start patio tomato seeds? No, Lynn, go ahead. You saw me tonight. I've started some tomato seeds, right? And I'll be honest with you. I think, personally, you know, some people try to get their tomatoes in early. But if you'll notice, they don't really grow that much when you get them in early because, one, the weather is so wet because it's rain. You got hummingbirds. Oh, my gosh, Kelly. And then the temperature in the ground is not that warm. So you're better off, I think, almost start having them ready to go in the ground around the middle of May, almost the end of May, you know, because the ground is really warming up and they're going to thrive as soon as you put them in the ground, okay? But some people, you know, them old timers, they like to get them in there early as they can and cover them up. But I don't want to cover mine up, y'all. Hey, Teresa. Oh, hello, Miss Frida. Hummingbirds are your favorite. I know they're so much fun to watch. They are so fun. Yep. Hey, Miss Ellie. So, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. Yeah, I tell you, Kelly, go ahead and get you, what you need to do is those seeds that you got, don't plant them all at once, okay? Because there's a bunch in there, because they're teeny tiny. I would start just a third of them in 1 week. Wait another week or two and do the next third, and then and then wait another week and do another. That way they're not all coming off at the same time. Or you can just save some for next year. But I promise you, once you get a coxcomb started, you will have coxcombs for life. You will never, ever have to buy them again. Because one plant, one pod like this of coxcomb produces hundreds of seeds. Hundreds of seeds. You'll be sharing them to everybody. I promise you. Hey, Miss Sandra. Yeah, so space them out. Space them out, okay? We had, the last 2 years, with just one row of like 25 or 30 plants, I think I had my first year. I was able to harvest 1 full gallon bag of seeds. And these babies are teeny tiny. They're tinier than a pencil lead. Very, very tiny. I had 1 whole gallon. That's a lot of seeds, y'all. Plant them to the ground. Charlotte, it just depends on your area. The coxcomb seeds, if that's what you're asking for, it'd probably take, maybe 4 weeks, before you plant them in the ground. But you don't want to plant the coxcomb, since they're an annual, they're a warm season annual, until you are free of frost, okay? So most of the time after Mother's Day, you're pretty much in most areas are free of frost. So, hello Martha. Hey Carol, how are you, girl? Hey Kathy. So, tomatoes to the ground. Now, down in Louisiana where Kelly's at, if a bunch of you are from there, her frost date is going to be a lot quicker than my frost date in Arkansas. They're probably about 2 to 3 weeks ahead of us. Let's say. Hello, Mr. James. So, did you walk a full time?
Yeah.
Oh. Y'all, this is my husband, James. I'm on Miss Kelly's page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he's just been doing his walk, and he just had open heart surgery.
Hey, everybody.
Y'all. He had open heart surgery 4 weeks ago.
5 tomorrow.
5 weeks ago. He had 5 weeks.
Tomorrow.
Gosh, it's gone by so fast. I know it to him it hasn't, but I know it has.
I feel like Ric Flair today.
You feel like Ric Flair. Woo! Y'all, if you come over, he's a cut-up. He's a cut-up.
Oh, I'm going to go outside and cool down.
Okay. He's going to go get on the porch swing and cool down. So, but yeah, hello, Kathy. But anyway, friends, I appreciate you all for hanging out here. I hope that you've not only learned something, or it's something that you will be able to try and hopefully save some money with it. And it's so much fun. It's so rewarding to grow your own stuff as well as saving money. Anytime you can save money and then grow something yourself and get a finished product, it's so rewarding, let me tell you, especially with your kiddos. So, hey, Miss Sandy. So, but anyway, oh, you're welcome, Leanne. Anyway, hello, Rose. How are you? So, anyway, I appreciate you all again. I want to thank Miss Kelly for letting me come on. I love you, girl, and I can't wait to see what you're cooking up again tonight. I tell you, she comes up with some good recipes. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. But anyway, you guys have a great one, and I hope to see you on another one, all right? Love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.